Football, a sport that echoes in the hearts of millions across the world. But beyond the glitzy arenas and stadiums of Europe and South America, there's a story from the Himalayan nation of Nepal. A story of resilience, grit, and the undying spirit of women who dreamt of creating their own place on the football field. The history of Nepali women's football is not just about matches and goals. It's about breaking barriers, defying societal norms, and planting the seeds of change in a society where women's sports struggled to find a voice. The story starts in the 1980s, a time when football was seen as a male domain in Nepal. Football, back then, was synonymous with masculinity. The idea of women playing football was often met with raised eyebrows and dismissive laughs. But in the shadows, small groups of young women began to form teams, practicing in secret, driven purely by passion. The story of the Nepali women's national football team starts in the mid-1980s. Officially established in 1986, the team made its debut at the AFC Women's Championship the same year. The team's very first match was against Hong Kong on December 14, 1986. Despite a hard-fought effort, Nepal lost the match with a narrow score of 1-0. The 1986 AFC Women's Championship was just the beginning. Nepal's women's side also competed in the 1989 and 1999 editions of the Asian Cup. However, their journey in these tournaments was challenging as they faced strong competitors in the group stage. In 1986, Nepal found themselves in a tough group alongside former champions Thailand, as well as Indonesia and Hong Kong, both formidable teams. Unfortunately, Nepal was unable to win a single match, suffering significant defeats into games, while the match against Hong Kong showed some promise despite the loss. In 1989, Nepal returned to the AFC Women's Championship. This time, their group opponents included Japan, alongside Indonesia and Hong Kong. Yet, the results were not in their favor. Nepal lost all their matches by wide margins, with the closest being a 0-3 loss to Hong Kong. Kamal Thapa, who served as Nepal's FIFA first vice president, was also the president of the All Nepal Football Association during this period. Under his leadership, the team began to form its identity. The team's first captain was Rama Singh, who made history not only on the field but later became Nepal's first female newsreader on television. Singh started her football career in 1985, representing the Bagmati team. Following her, Kamala Hirachan took up the captain's role, representing the Gandaki team. Meera Chaudhary, the third captain, represented the Narayani team and later went on to serve as a deputy superintendent of police in Nepal. One of Nepal's notable milestones came in the 1999 AFC Women's Championship held in the Philippines. It was here that Pema Dolmalama made history by becoming the first Nepali woman to score an international goal. She scored against Uzbekistan, marking a significant moment for the team amidst a challenging tournament. The revival of women's football in Nepal took off with the reintroduction of the national leagues in 2009, after which the women's national team ended a 5-year hiatus from international matches. The team, known as the Chellas, began preparing for 2 significant international tournaments set for the following year. In 2010, the Nepali women's team achieved notable success, earning runner-up positions in both the 11th South Asian Games and the SAFF Women's Football Championship. Despite facing challenges such as limited training, fewer resources, and less attention than their male counterparts, they delivered impressive performances. At the South Asian Games, they secured an 8-2-0 victory against Sri Lanka, while in the SAFF Championship, they dominated with a 13-2-0 win over Afghanistan and an 11-2-0 triumph over Pakistan. Striker Analama stood out in the SAFF tournament, scoring 3 hat tricks and earning the title of Best Player. The Nepali women's team continued to make their presence felt in the next editions of the tournament. In 2012, 2014, and 2016, they once again reached the finals, showing consistency and determination. Although they faced defeats against a dominant Indian side in each of these finals, their performances kept improving and they earned respect throughout the region, won the hearts of thousands back home. Today, the narrative has changed. There are more young girls playing football than ever before, thanks to initiatives like grassroots programs, school tournaments, and support from NGOs. The All Nepal Football Association ANFA has also started investing more in the women's team, recognizing the potential of these talented players. The current Nepali women's national team is a testament to decades of perseverance. They faced giants, battled injuries, and fought through countless challenges. And while there's still a long way to go in terms of infrastructure and equal recognition, the progress is undeniable. Yet, the rise of women's football in Nepal is not solely about international tournaments or achievements. It's about how these women have learned to make the most of what they have, even when facilities are lacking. In many parts of Nepal, the conditions for playing football are far from ideal. Most women's teams train on uneven grounds, sometimes dusty fields, sometimes muddy stretches with no grass. There are no floodlights, which means practices end at sunset, and the equipment they have is often second-hand or worn out. This grassroots approach has been instrumental in promoting diversity in Nepali women's football. Many of these players come from remote areas, small towns, and different ethnic backgrounds. They don't just play for the love of football, they play for representation, for their communities, and for the chance to show that talent can come from anywhere. Coaches have also played a vital role. With limited funds for official training programs, many coaches volunteer their time mentoring young girls in their local communities. They work with minimal resources, improvising drills and strategies that can be done on smaller grounds. Local tournaments have become a lifeline for many of these players. Organized by community groups or small NGOs, these competitions are often held in makeshift grounds and draw enthusiastic crowds. It's in these spaces that many players find their first real taste of competition and where talent scouts sometimes discover hidden gems. Take the story of Samba, a young player from a remote village in western Nepal. She hails from Simpani, a village in Lamjung district, which is situated in the western part of Nepal. She started playing with boys in her village, barefoot on rocky ground. But her skills caught the eye of a local coach, who invited her to train with his team. With no financial backing, she relied on community support to travel to tournaments. Today, she is one of the star players, known for her scoring ability and representing Nepal on the international stage. She is considered among the best Asian strikers in the world. Here is the interview clip of Samba.
म 7 वर्ष हुँदासम्म चाहिँ म मनाङको हावापानीमा हुर्केँ। त्यहाँको कल्चरदेखि लिएर त्यहाँको चाहिँ वेदरदेखि लिएर हरेक कुराहरू। तर 7 वर्ष पछाडि अब हामी ब्याक टु होम घर फर्किएँ। बुवाको चाहिँ अफिस चाहिँ बुवा चाहिँ उतै बस्नुभयो अनि म लमजुङ झरिसके पछाडि मेरो चाहिँ रियल स्टोरी चाहिँ अब लमजुङबाट सुरु हुन्छ। लाइक मैले चाहिँ पढ्नेदेखि लिएर मैले खेल्ने अनि त्यस पछाडि लाइक मनाङमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो थिएन। मनाङमा यस्तो भयो अब लाइक म चाहिँ सानो छँदाखेरि नै भनौँ न मेरो जन्म नै त्यही मनाङमै भयो। बुवाले मम्मीलाई लानुभयो अनि मेरो जन्म मनाङमै भयो र मनाङमै जन्मेँ। मनाङमै 7 वर्ष हुर्केँ। 7 वर्षसम्म म त्यही मनाङको चाहिँ हावापानीमा हुर्केँ। लमजुङ झरिसके पछाडि हजुरआमा ठुलबुवाहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो। घर फ्यामिली हाम्रो चाहिँ अलिकति ठुलै थियो। अनि लमजुङ झरेँ अनि लमजुङ झरिसके पछाडि चाहिँ मेरो लाइफको चाहिँ स्टार्टिङ त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ भयो। लाइफ स्टार्ट भयो। अब लाइफ स्टार्ट कसरी भयो भन्दाखेरि एउटा स्ट्रगल अनि एउटा चाहिँ जीवनको भोगाइमा चाहिँ मैले भोगेको कुराहरू जस्तै मैले खाली खुट्टी मोजाको बलबाट चाहिँ मैले स्टार्ट गरेँ। इभन म काठमाडौँ आउने अघिल्लो दिनसम्म पनि म मोजाकै बलमा थिएँ र त्यो एउटा चाहिँ दाइहरूले फुटबल खेलिरहनु हुन्थ्यो र फुटबल कति बेला खेल्न पाउँथ्यो भने दाइहरूसँग टिम नपुग्दा गेम जुत्ताहरू होइन गेम सुज फुटबल बुट पठाइदिनुहुन्छ। उहाँहरूले दिएको माया त्यो थियो। अनि जब म सोसाइटीमा हुर्किरहँदाखेरि दाइहरूसँग नै फुटबल खेल्न स्टार्ट गरेँ र दाइहरूले नै लाइक पुस गर्नुभयो एकदमै। तिमी एउटा चाहिँ यस्तो वुमेन हो, तिमीले चाहिँ लाइक यो सोसाइटीलाई चाहिँ चेन्ज गर्नुपर्छ हामी ब्याक पुस्ट चाहिँ हामी छौँ, ब्याक सपोर्ट हामी छौँ भनेर चाहिँ जहिले भन्नुहुन्थ्यो कि इभन अहिले पनि म गाउँ जाँदाखेरि दसैँमा घर जान्छु अनि प्राय गाउँमा दाइहरूले हामी बसेको हुन्छौँ, कहिले दाइहरूले खाना बोलाउनुहुन्छ होइन घरमा, अनि यस्तै कुराहरू हुन्छ। अनि गाउँघरतिर चाहिँ मलाई माइली माइली भन्नुहुन्छ होइन, किनकि म माइली सन्तान थिएँ घरको।
NGOs and local activists have also stepped up to fill the gap left by limited government support. They organize workshops, provide basic gear, and create spaces for young girls to play. These grassroots programs emphasize inclusivity, reaching out to marginalized communities and encouraging girls from all backgrounds to join. These shared struggles have created a sense of camaraderie among the players, a sisterhood that drives them to push harder, support each other, and fight for their place in the sport. They pool their resources, share their stories, and create a network of support that goes beyond just football. While their counterparts in other countries might train in state-of-the-art facilities, the Nepali women's team has learned to maximize whatever is available to them. It's a story of doing more with less, of transforming small spaces into stages where big dreams are nurtured. And even though the support from the government has been slow and inconsistent, these women have earned the respect and admiration of the public. Every time they step onto the field, they carry the hopes of those who believed in them when no one else did.
They've become role models for the next generation, showing that the dream of playing football doesn't need perfect conditions, it just needs a heart that's willing to chase it. This is how Nepali women's football thrives through community, resilience, and a belief that every field, no matter how humble, can be a stage for greatness. If you enjoyed this dive into Nepali football history, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories from the world of sports. Let us know in the comments which part of Nepal's football history you want to hear about next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.